வெல்கம் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். நம்ம NCERT புக்ஸ் டீட்டெயில் பார்த்துட்ருக்கோம். அதில் கொஸ்டின் அண்ட் ஆன்சர் 6th ஸ்டாண்டர்டோட சயின்ஸ் புக் அறிவியல் த செகண்ட் சாப்டர் டைவர்சிட்டி இன் தி லிவிங் வேர்ல்டு. டைவர்சிட்டி இன் தி லிவிங் வேர்ல்டு இது 6th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் சயின்ஸ் NCERT புத்தகம். NCERT புத்தகம். ஓகே. ஸோ நம்ம ஆஸ் யூஷுவல் நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போகிறோம், ஃபஸ்ட்டு இதோட ஒரு ஸ்கிரிப்டில் கேள்விகள் முதல்ல சில இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் பார்க்க போகிறோம். பாயிண்ட்ஸ் முடிச்சுட்டு தென் வி வில் see தி கொஸ்டின்ஸ். ரைட்டா? ஸோ ஐ வில் கோ பேக் டு தி ஸ்கிரிப்ட். இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் தி சாப்டர். லெட்ஸ் see. So Science Standard 6, Chapter 2, Diversity in the Living World. So this is the notes. Biodiversity. Variety of living organisms on Earth. Differences seen in structure, function, habitat, adaptations. Plants, herbs, shrubs, trees, animals, walkers, flyers, swimmers. Importance to conserve the ecological balance. So these are the important points in the biodiversity. The second important is the classification of plants based on height and stem. Herbs, short, soft stem, example it's tomato. Shrubs, medium, woody, branched, near ground, example rose. Trees, tall, woody, single trunk, it's mango. Then based on the roots, taproot, one main root and side branches, it's a mustard. Fibrous, a cluster of roots, no main root, it is grass. Then you have based on venation. Reticulate, it's like net-like, usually dicots, hibiscus. Parallel, usually in monocots, it's in banana. Then based on seed cotyledons, monocot, one cotyledon, parallel venation, fibrous root, its example is maize. Right? So further, dicot, two cotyledons, reticulate venation, taproot, chickpea. Right? Then you have a classification of animals based on movement and organs. Fish, fins and streamlined body. Birds, wings. Housefly, legs and wings. Goat, legs. Frog lives in water and land, so it's called amphibians. Then based on habitat, aquatic, fish, sea turtle. Terrestrial, goat, camel, including animal. Amphibians, frog. Then based on the adaptations, fourth one, aquatic, fish streamline, ducks have webbed foot. Desert, camels store fat in hump, sweat less, excrete less, and water. Cactus with a fleshy stem. Cold regions, deodar trees and conical and to shed snow. Mountain plants, rhododendrons with the different shapes depending on the altitude. Right? Then it is based on the habitat and biodiversity. Habitat, place where the organisms live, get food, shelter. Plants and animals together make biodiversity. Habitat destruction reduces biodiversity. Then conservation efforts. So, how we conserve conservation efforts. Sacred groves, community protected forest patches, Silent Valley movement, Kerala community saved forest, Project Tiger 1973, protection of Bengal tiger, cheetah reintroduction 2022, brought cheetah back to India. Then, famous naturalist in India, Salim Ali, bad man of India, bad conservation, Kyodaya sanctuary, Janaki Ammal, botanist, documented plant diversity conservation efforts in Silent Valley. 8. Suggested student activities here: nature walks, observing plants and animals, making tables, features, stem, leaves, roots, flowers, comparing monocot versus dicot seeds like maize versus chickpea, making class biodiversity register. Then key takeaways, very important. It's monocot versus dicot differentiation, it's a fundamental. Then roots, venation, seed type strongly linked. Then animals grouped by habitat and locomotion. Adaptation help survival in extreme conditions. Biodiversity protection is essentially for sustainability. So these are the key takeaways from the chapter, right? So now we can go for MCQs. Now before we go into MCQs, there is a important message. நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி நிறைய பேர் பேசியிருக்கோம். நீங்கள் புத்தகத்தை படிச்சுட்டு முக்கியமான பாயிண்ட்ஸை சேகரிச்சுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்கள் இந்த ஆன்சரை போய் படிக்க போனீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். இப்போ உங்களுடைய நலனுக்காக முக்கியமான பாயிண்ட்ஸை ஃபஸ்ட்டு நம்ம சாப்டரில் சொல்லிடுறோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த MCQ செட் எடுத்து நம்ம பேசுகிறோம். இது நம்ம பேசக்கூடிய சயின்ஸில் 2வது சாப்டர். ஓகே, ஸோ ஐ ஹோப் யூ பீப்புள் ஆர் ஃபாலோயிங் அவர் the instructions. It will be very, very useful, right? So we'll go to the MCQs now. So total 56 questions are there. So you ready for it? But we'll read and explain also. When different birds produce different chirps, this variety in nature is an example of habitat, grouping, biodiversity, adaptation. The correct answer is biodiversity. So explanation: variety of living organisms like different birds call an area is biodiversity, right? So I hope this explanation really makes you to understand things very well. Then the second question: plants grouped as herbs, shrubs, trees are classified based on mainly on leaf venation, height and stem type, seed cotyledon, root type. It's basically height and stem type. Height and stem type. So the explanation is herbs, shrubs, trees differ in height, stem hardness and branching. So these are the differences, right? Okay. And third question. Which one of the following is a herb? Mango, rose, tomato, neem. Of course, this is different. Tomato is different. Tomato has a soft green stem and it is short characteristics of herbs. Right? Fine. And fourth question. Reticulate venation is typically found in grass, banana, hibiscus, wheat. Answer is hibiscus. ஏன்னா இது மட்டும் தான் dicotyledon. மீது இல்லாமல் monocot. Fine. Hibiscus shows a net-like reticulate pattern of veins. So, fourth question. So, next move on to fifth question. Parallel venation is a feature of hibiscus, banana, rose, mango, because parallel venation is a monocot. So here it is banana. Answer is banana. Explanation: banana leaves have veins running parallel, typical monocot. Typical monocot. And sixth question. Taproot system is the best illustrated by which plant? Grass, mustard, wheat, bamboo. Of course it is mustard. So explanation: taproot has one main root with the side branches. It is mustard. Now you see this, mustard is a dicot, all are monocots, right? Fine. Then seventh question. Which plant shows fibrous root system? Mustard, hibiscus, common grass, chickpea. Of course it is common grass. Monocotyledons will have a fibrous root system. So explanation: fibrous roots form a bunch of similar sized roots. Example is grass. Is the example. Then the eighth question. A seed with two cotyledons is called monocot, dicot, fern and gymnosperm. We know that it is dicot. It is dicot. The dicot seeds like chickpea have two cotyledons. Two cotyledons. And ninth question. Maize seeds have a single cotyledon. Maize is therefore dicot, monocot, gymnosperm, none of the above. The correct answer is monocot. Explanation is single cotyledon and monocot is maize is an example. Maize is an example. Then we'll move to 10th question. Which of these is a correct relation found in the chapter? Reticulate venation, fibrous roots, parallel venation, taproot. Reticulate venation, taproot, parallel venation, dicot seeds. Answer is C. Reticulate venation and taproot. Reticulate venation and taproot. Generally, dicots have reticulate venation. So you should understand well. Fine. Then we move to 11th question. Which of the following is not a basis for grouping animals mentioned in the chapter? Type of movement, habitat, color and body parts used for movement. It is color. Color is not at all used. Explanation: the chapter lists movement, habitat and body parts. Color may be used but not as a sole emphasis. Right? Fine. Then we go down to 12th question. Fishes are adapted to aquatic life mainly because of wings, streamlined body and fins, hooves, webbed foot. Answer is B. Streamlined body and fins. Explanation: streamlined shapes and fins aid for the swimming. Right? நீச்சல் அடிக்க பயன்படுறது. And 13th question. Ducks have webbed feet. This adaptation helps them to fly faster, walk in the sand, swim efficiently, climb trees. It's very obvious. Swim efficiently. Explanation: webbed feet act like a pedals for swimming. Then 14th question. Which animal can live both in water and land? Example in the chapter: fish, goat, frog and pigeon. Of course it is frog. Frogs are amphibians and they live both habitats, both water and land. Right. And 15th question. The place where an organism lives and obtains food, water and shelter is called niche, habitat, population, community. The correct answer is habitat. Explanation: habitat provides resources necessary for survival. That is a key word. right? Then 16th question. Plants and animals of a region form its ecology, biomass, biodiversity, population. The correct answer is biodiversity. Biodiversity. Variety of organism in a region, it is equal to biodiversity. Biodiversity. And 17th question. Sacred groves are important because they produce fossil fuels or community protected patches of forest or urban parks or industrial zones. The correct answer is are community protected patches of forest. Explanation: sacred groves are undisturbed and protect biodiversity. Right? Then 18th question. Which scientist is commonly called Birdman of India? Birdman of India. Janaki Ammal, Salim Ali, M.S. Swaminathan, Salim Khan. The correct answer is Salim Ali. Salim Ali. Explanation: Salim Ali documented birds and conserved habitats called Birdman of India. And 19th question. Janaki Ammal is known for her work in physics, botany, plant biodiversity, astronomy and computer science. The correct answer is botany and plant diversity. Botany and plant diversity. Explanation: Janaki Ammal documented plant diversity and helped conserve native flora. Native flora. Then 20th question. Project Tiger was launched in the year 1965, 1973, 1984, 1991. Answer is 1973. Explanation: the Project Tiger to conserve Bengal tiger was initiated in 1973. Right? So next question is 21. Which of the following pairs is correctly matched? Monocot, reticulate venation, dicot, taproot, monocot, two-cotyledon, dicot, parallel venation. The answer is dicot, taproot. Explanation: dicot typically have taproot and reticulate venation. 22nd question. Which of the following is wrongly matched? Grass, parallel venation, chickpea, dicot seed, wheat, taproot and banana, parallel venation. The answer is wheat, taproot. In fact, it's a monocot, it is a fibrous root. Explanation: wheat is a monocot and it has fibrous roots, not the taproot. 23rd question. Choose the odd one out based on the seed type. Maize, wheat, rice, chickpea. It is definitely chickpea. Explanation: maize, wheat, rice are monocots, single cotyledon, chickpea is a dicot. 24th question. Which of these adaptations helps desert plants survive? Thin leaves, fleshy stem that store water, large soft leaves, weak root system. The correct answer is B, fleshy stem with that store water. Explanation: cactus like stem store water helping survival in arid conditions. Next is 25th question. Mountain trees like deodar are conical with sloping branches. This adaptation helps store water, let snow slide off, attract pollinators, prevent root growth. The correct answer is B, let snow slide off. Explanation: conical shape and sloping branches prevent snow accumulation. So that's true. Then 26th question. Which statement is wrong? Monocots usually have parallel venation. dicots usually has fibrous roots. Taproot is common in dicots. 1 only, 2 only, 3 only, none. The correct answer is 2 only. That is, dicots usually have fibrous. No, it has a taproot system. Explanation: statement 2 is wrong because dicots have taproot, not fibrous roots. 27th question. Which of the following movement and body pairs are correct? Fish wings, pigeon fins, housefly legs and wings, goat's fins. Its correct match is housefly, it is leg and wings, right? So housefly can walk and flies and use legs and wings. Fine. Then 28th question. Match the following: fibrous roots grass, taproot mustard, parallel venation banana, reticulate venation hibiscus. So the correct answer is as it is, right? A, B, C, D, C. It's a grass fibrous, mustard taproot, and banana parallel venation, and hibiscus reticulate. All are correctly matched. Then we go to 29th question. Which of the following is community effort that helped save forest in Kerala? Project Tiger, Save Silent Valley movement, cheetah reintroduction, and sacred grouse removal. The correct answer is Save Silent Valley movement. Explanation: the local people's campaign saved Silent Valley forest from development. And 30th question. Which of the following is true about sacred groves? They are allowed to cut freely. They are community protected. They are urban playgrounds. They are deserts. The correct answer is they are community protected. Community protected. Explanation: sacred groves are conserved by local communities and harbor biodiversity. Then 31st question. Choose the correct statements about adaptations. Camel store food in humps. Camel do not lose much water, that is low sweating. Rhododendrons have same shape in all regions. 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, all 3. The correct is 1 and 2 only. The rendume correct, but explanation: camels use humps and conserve water, but rhododendron has different shapes from region to region. 32nd question. Which pair correctly matched animal habitat in the chapter? Whale, desert; camel, ocean; sea turtle, ocean; deodar, ocean. Correct answer is sea turtle, ocean. Right? It's obvious, it's for 6th standard. Then 33rd question. Choose the wrongly matched pair. Salim Ali, bad conservation; Janaki Ammal, botanical research; Kyoto, bad sanctuary, preserved by conservationist; Project Tiger, launched in 1999. It was wrong because it's 1973. So D is wrong because Project Tiger was launched in 1973, not in 1999. Right? Then 34th question. Which of the following is not a method suggested in the chapter to study local biodiversity? Nature walk, making a scrap work, plucking flower freely, and recording conservation tables. Answer is plucking flowers freely. So chapter advises not to pluck flowers and observe without disturbing. And 35th question. Which feature is commonly used to group plants in table 2.3? That is color of fruits, height and nature and stem, animal interaction, and sound they make. The answer is height and nature of the stem. So it's a group of plants, shrub based on the height and stem nature. Then 36 question. Choose the odd man out. Odd man out based on the habitat. Climber, creeper, tree, herb. It is really tree is a different one because climber, creeper, herb are similar growth habits. Tree is a large woody one. Right? Then 37th question. Which of the following is an example of grouping animals by movement? Herb versus shrub, walkers versus flyers, reticulate versus parallel, taproot versus fibrous. The correct answer is walkers versus flyers. So, explanation: movement, walk, fly, swim is grouping based on the animals. And 38th question. Which of the following is a direct consequences of habitat damage? So, increase the biodiversity, loss of homes and food for species, immediate growth of forest, and all animals migrate to deserts. The answer is loss of homes and food for the species. Explanation: habitat damage leads to loss of resources and decrease biodiversity. And 39th question. Which of the following animals was mentioned as it's having population declined in India? Crow, Bengal tiger, pigeon, goat. The correct answer is Bengal tiger. That's what Save Tiger movement started. So Bengal tiger population declined. So Project Tiger launched to protect them. Then 40th question. Choose the correctly matched pair of root and leaf venation. Chickpea parallel venation, wheat taproot, sabdar taproot reticulate venation, lemongrass taproot. Answer is sadar, that is taproot and reticulate venation. Explanation: sadar, that is periwinkle, is a dicot having taproot and reticulate venation. Right? So next is 41st question. Which one of the following is slated as an actively for students? Learn plant features, building a dam, nature walk, record observations, and cutting down small trees and releasing fish into pond without permission. The correct answer is nature walk and record observations. So the chapter recommends nature walks recording stems, leaves, flowers, and in the tables. Then 42nd question. Choose the wrong statement about camels. Which chapter? Hot desert camels have long legs and wide hooves. Cold desert camels have two humps. Camels sweat a lot to cool down. Camels excrete small amount of urine. The correct answer is camels sweat lot and cool down. Camels do not sweat much, they conserve water. This statement is incorrect. That is, C is incorrect. Then 43rd question. Which one of the following is an example of local conservation effort mentioned? Creating industries inside sacred groves, save Silent Valley movement, conserving forest parking lots, and cutting protected trees. The correct answer is Save Silent Valley movement. Right? The Silent Valley movement preserved the moist evergreen forest through community action. Then 44th question. Which is the best reason to make a class biodiversity register as suggested in the chapter? To encourage cutting of plants, to consolidate observations and encourage conservation, to sell plant samples, to promote hunting. Correct answer is to consolidate observation and encourage conservation. Explanation: a biodiversity register helps record local species and increases awareness protection. Then 45th question. Which of the following statements about monocots and dicots is correct? Monocots, 2 cotyledon, dicot, 1 cotyledon. Monocots, parallel venation, dicot, reticulate venation. Monocot, taproot, dicot, fibrous root. None of the above. The answer is B. monocot parallel venation, dicot reticulate venation. Explanation: monocots typically exhibit a parallel venation, dicots it's a reticulate, right? Then 46 question. Choose the correct matching for the scientist mentioned. Salim Ali, Save Silent Valley. Janaki Ammal, Bad Man of India. Janaki Ammal, Botanical Survey and Plant Diversity Work. Salim Ali, Botany Research on Plants. So the correct answer is C. Janaki Ammal, Botanical Survey and Plant Diversity Work. Janaki Ammal led botanical surveys and worked on plant biodiversity. Salim Ali specialized in birds. And 47th question. Which of these is a suggested classroom exercise in this chapter? Observing root types and digging and replanting small herbs. Mining of ores. Building concrete dams in playgrounds. Setting fires and effect of biodiversity. The correct answer is observing root types and digging and replanting small herbs. The explanation is students are advised to dig out herbs, observe roots and replant them carefully. And 48th question. Choose the correct pair. Herb, hardwood stem. Shrub, branching close to ground. Tree, small and green stem. Creeper, grows tall with a single woody stem. Answer is shrub, branching close to ground. And remaining are wrong. So explanation: shrubs are the several woody stems and then branching near grounds, and trees have a tall trunk. 49th question. Which of the following is not an example of adaptation mentioned? Streamlined fish body, conical deodar shape, fleshy cactus stems using cars to migrate. The correct answer is using cars to migrate. Explanation: adaptations are biological traits like streamlined bodies, not human-made actions. And 50th question. Choose the wrong statement about the biodiversity from chapter. Biodiversity varies region to region. Habitat loss can reduce biodiversity. All regions have the same biodiversity. Community protection can conserve biodiversity. The wrong answer is all regions have the same biodiversity because it will have different biodiversity. Explanation: biodiversity differs across regions due to environmental conditions, and statement is incorrect. And 51st question. Which of these an example how animals help plants mentioned in the chapter? Cutting leaves, spreading seeds after eating fruits, and polluting habitats and destroying sacred groves. Correct answer is spreading seeds after eating fruits. Animal help seed dispersal and aiding plant reproduction and biodiversity. And 52nd question. Chronological order. Arrange birth year, event earliest, Salim Ali, Janaki Ammal, Project Tiger, and options correct. So the correct answer directly will go, that is Salim Ali 1896, Janaki Ammal 1897, Project Tiger 1973. So the correct answer is C, that is Salim Ali, Janaki Ammal, Project Tiger. In 1 year there is a difference. Salim Ali 1896 and Janaki Ammal 1897. Then 53rd question. Which of the following is the best summaries why we must protect biodiversity? Chapter summary: to have more cities, to ensure planet remain full of life and species can survive, to reduce number of plants, and to encourage habitat destruction. The correct answer is to ensure planet remains full life and species can survive. And explanation: protecting biodiversity helps ecosystem function and species survive. And 54th question, the concept application: if the plant shows parallel venation, fibrous roots and single cotyledon, mostly dicot, monocot, gymnosperm, bryophyte. Correct answer is monocot. These are the characters. Parallel venation, fibrous root, single cotyledon indicate monocot. Right? Then 56th question. The cheetah reintroduction project was initiated in which year? 2022, right? By this Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, the cheetah reintroduction project India began in 2022. Then the last question from this chapter, assertion reasoning. Lemongrass as a parallel venation. Reason, lemongrass is a monocot. Both A and R are true or explains A. Both are true or does not explain A true or false, A false or true. Correct answer is both A and R are true or explains A. So monocots like lemongrass, so parallel venation, that is the reason it supports this assertion. Right? So now we'll show, this is what we have seen. 6th standard NCERT book, science book, that is diversity in living world, and total 56 questions we have seen. I hope you liked it, and we will come up with some other chapter soon. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, பெல் ஐக்கன் பிரஸ் பண்ண மறந்து போயிடாதீங்க. அப்பதான் நாங்க போஸ்ட் பண்ற வீடியோவோட நோட்டிஃபிகேஷன் உங்களுக்கு வரும்.